Hi, I'm Mike Thompson. In this video, I'm going to show you how I built these really simple picture and book rails. I've got a straight edge clamped here off the side of my shoe so that I can cut accurate lines. These pieces are 1/2 inch MDF, they're 2.5, the other one's 2.5, and the third piece is 1.5. Here I've got one of them all clamped up and drying. You can see the next one there is already done. It's been dried, and the third one's over off to the right. You can never have too many clamps. And now I'm using one of my quick tips from way back when to seal the edges of my cut MDF. This is 1:1 water and Titebond 3 wood glue. So I just brush it on here with one of these cheap brushes and make sure to get all the surfaces covered. I almost used all my clamps, but not quite. And now I'll come back with the chisel and knock down the glue squeeze out and any of the little high spots and furry edges from the Titebond sealant. I don't have a plane. I want a Pilatus PC-12. And then a sanding after I chiseled everything. Makes it nice and smooth. That Titebond and water sealant sands glassy smooth. So it's absolutely critical that you seal the edges of your MDF. And now this is one little flourish that I added that you of course don't have to. I'm going to route slots in the back of this to hang this rather than put screws through the face of the wood. I'm marking 1.5 inches here from the bottom, and this will be my depth stop for the router bit. Use a piece of 1/2 inch MDF to kind of gauge my depth here, and that looks pretty good. I like that. So we'll go that deep. Now I was taught that you'll route the slot before you route the keyhole slot to lessen the stress on the keyhole bit. So I'm trying to put my square here on my mark. This is my center line for my slot. My mark's here, 3 inches away, because my router base plate is 6 inches in diameter. That way the center line of my bit is on that line. And now I use the first slot to set the depth of my keyhole bit, and then I route that. But I did an experiment later and found that I could have just straight up routed the keyhole bit in one pass rather than routing the slot first, especially since I'm coming from the edge. Now if this were a plunge, then I would have definitely done the slot first, but for something like this, you can do the keyhole slot in one pass. Not bad. Okay, I want you to hold this one right up here. Right. Let me get it level first. Because I'm checking hole placement, make sure that I drill in the right spot. Just set that in there. There we go. Okay, let me get it positioned, and then you will just push it against the wall with all your might.
To keep it from fighting.
Yeah. All right, hold on here. All right, hold it right there.
What, right here?
Yeah, push it against the wall. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all done. Thanks, Bub. I will drill those, and we will mount this sucker. I'm going to use the small bit first so that it doesn't wander off my marks, and then I'll upsize the holes to 1/4 inch for the triple grips. Okay, and now I'll upsize to 1/4 inch. The only downside to triple grips, I guess, is I can't set them flush with the wall like I can a regular wall anchor. They have this little head, essentially, that always sticks up, you know, a 64th or 32nd or so. So, okay, now put the screws in. Now obviously there will be some minor adjustments that I'm going to have to do on the depth of these that I'll use my screwdriver for, but we should be able to get this sucker in place now. I'm going to do these one at a time, working my way from one end to the other. Since we're all quite good on a first attempt. Now, in keeping with the true tradition of this house, that nothing is square, symmetric, or level, the wall bows in right here, so I do have to bring this one screw out a little further than I would like. Okay, so I need to close up this gap here. I've got about, 3/16. So I'm going to raise this end a little bit and tighten this screw, maybe 3/4 of a turn, and try again. Still too loose? Go another quarter. And another quarter. Feels pretty good. Perfect. Well, that is how I built two very simple picture rails. Now I've got to clean up all my dust and stick some pictures up here. As you can see, this is very easy to do. It's something you can definitely do yourself. Just don't be afraid to try. But go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Mike Thompson, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.